bacon. Yum. Oh, come on. Good morning. It feels like a totally different campground. I mean, this place was a madhouse for the entire long weekend. And now it's just so quiet. It's been a long weekend in New England, but we have one more place. I don't think we're gonna do Cape Cod on this trip, but we have one more point of interest in this area. One more town that we're going to visit now. Let's go to Salem, Massachusetts. I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV. I hope I'm not forgetting anything back there. Oh wait, tire pressure monitor. Almost 2 hours later, we are arriving in Salem. I never saw what the big deal was about Salem. I don't really care for witches or anything like that, but I like history, and we've never been here before, so let's see what it's all about. We've got perfect weather, and we were able to secure a reservation at Winter Island Park, which is walking distance to all the attractions. Let's check in. It is a little bit confusing. They have all these areas where you can camp, like these waterfront sites here, which are very nice. I don't know exactly where I'm supposed to go. A little disoriented, I must say, but we'll get our bearings. We've got a visitor.
Hi, I'm David Cannavale. I thought I'd come by and say hi.
We've been eating out a lot lately, so it is time for another RV cooking show. 2 in a row. This will be another variation of chicken a la butter. Some breasts for Illy, some thighs for me, salt and pepper, some camp mix spud fixings, some garlic. I'm gonna start flipping them. This RV stove doesn't produce enough heat sometimes. Let's do some smoked paprika. And why not, some more garlic. Whole cloves. A little more of this stuff. You know I had to do it, right? My Vino Seco cooking wine, which I've since switched to the white one instead of the gold after I found out the gold was an artificial color. Why do food companies do that? A good 20 minutes later, this is starting to look good. Now for the most unorthodox part, let's add some broccoli. Frozen broccoli. Don't worry, it'll thaw. Let me tell you something. This came out delicious. Let me tell you, the original recipe was from a Cuban chef his name is Fujita. But I don't think Fujita would recognize this. I've modified it, in so many ways. But the original certainly didn't have broccoli. Cheers. Well, here we are, Salem, Massachusetts. Let's explore a little bit. And it's going to be a light exploration day because It is already 3:30 p.m. But as you saw, we worked a little bit, and we cooked a home cooked meal, which we're gonna try to get back into those. And now let's explore. I believe the center of town is walking distance.
Ooh, Waikiki Beach. Are we in Hawaii?
Let's check out the beach. We have a small library, a shower, and the beach.
That must be the Baker Island Light Station. And we have our own lighthouse here at Fort Pickering. What can I say? Lovely spot we got here. Salem Harbor, all these sailboats. The perfect weather certainly enhances the experience. We've got a bunch of small islands in the distance and the Fort Pickering Lighthouse. We should really go into town and explore before it gets late.
This video is once again sponsored by RVmattress.com by Brooklyn Bedding. And as you know, the quality of your sleep is very important in order to wake up refreshed and ready for a new day of adventures. And the mattress you choose is of paramount importance to achieve that. So let me show you what we've been using for over a year now, actually. RVmattress.com is a Brooklyn bedding brand known for top-of-the-line comfort and quality. They have a factory in Arizona and ship conveniently to you for free anywhere in the US. They offer different firmness options and heights, dimensions, even these hard-to-find RV-specific sizes. And as I said, they have a manufacturing facility in Arizona, so you know you're getting a quality product. So much that they offer a 120-night sleep trial along with a 10-year warranty. In fact, our first mattress wasn't quite right for us. It was a little softer than we're accustomed to, so we took advantage of that 120-night sleep trial. And now we have this signature hybrid, firm, with a Glacier Tech cooling technology. Very nice, actually. And it is a short queen, 60 by 74. One of those non-standard sizes. As I've said before, it is super easy to buy online with free shipping. It comes right up to your doorstep, vacuum sealed, rolled up inside a box. And even though our trailer is tiny, it was still relatively easy to get it on the bed and unroll it. Really cool how it just inflates in a matter of seconds. I want to thank RV Mattress once again for sponsoring this video. Visit rvmattress.com/travelingrobert to enjoy your exclusive discount on your mattress with code TravelingRobert. So don't miss this chance to enhance your sleep quality. Visit rvmattress.com/travelingrobert today or scan the QR code you see on your screen. Well, what can I say? Very nice park here in Salem. I had no idea. So I think we made a good choice staying here. And this is one of those that I might return to someday. This goes into that list of pins on the map that don't get removed. Well, let's see how walkable it is to go into town. It's 1.5 miles, 30-minute walk.
This is Smith Pond, and the large structure is a gas power plant.
Check it out. Tugboat for sale. That's totally me right there. There's a piece on earth. I think this is where we're supposed to dump if we have to. Yeah, the campground doesn't have a dump station, but we can dump in here for free as many times as we want. So that's a good thing. Next time we're taking the trolley.
This seems to be Ersek Park, and they even have a big tank here. There we have the St. Nicholas Orthodox Church. I doubt it is open at this time of the day, but Let's pass by anyway. It is along the way. There it is. Very nice and beautifully maintained houses around here. Some of them have the date they were built, in the late 1800s. Here's looking back the way we came.
Very cool neighborhood so far. Just stumbled upon it, but every house is different, and the architecture, it it almost evokes a mystery novel. We're getting very close to the actual center of Salem and all the witch history and all that.
Oh, look at this one. Let me tell you, so far I'm really liking Salem, at least this part. Very unique. I wonder how old these sidewalks, how many things these walls may have witnessed over the years. We're approaching a large park. This is called Salem Common. It was established in 1802.
Well, apparently this was the school in Hocus Pocus. Max and Allison's school. I never actually watched the movie, but I googled it.
That's the Salem Common Bandstand, built in 1926, much newer than the park itself, and recently restored. I think we're approaching the touristy part.
Oh, check it out. All kinds of glass pumpkins here in Salem. Famous hotel back there, the Hawthorne Hotel. So this is where the witches get all their potions and stuff. Artemisia Botanicals. Yep, only in Salem. Oh, there he is. Nathaniel Hawthorne.
The American novelist from the 19th century. I'm assuming the hotel is named after him. He was born here, in Salem, on July 4th, 1804. Alright, let's continue. Not all that lively at this time of the day, almost 5 p.m. on a Tuesday. Check it out! They have a Salem witch walk, fine wizard wares, magical gifts in the garden.
Oh man, this town is milking the witches for all they're worth, huh? And I'm assuming the closer we get to the center of town, the more prevalent it's going to become.
Oh, check it out! They even have a Halloween museum. I was thinking of going to some of these museums, but I think today we're just going to wander around town.
Birthplace of the National Guard. We learn something new every day.
This is called East India Square. The 1976 fountain called Salem's Gateway to the Far East depicts the changes in the topography of the area, the waterfront in particular, after being dredged and filled.
Well, we definitely stumbled upon the touristy part of town.
To be honest, we're really not into any of this stuff, so we're just walking around. Well, this is kind of creepy, and maybe that's the whole point. Ooh, aura photography. That might be interesting, actually.
Check it out, hello there. Looking back to where we came, we have like the sun right in our face here. It's hard to see anything. We have some establishments. And here across the street, that's what we came to see.
Here's a statue dedicated to Bewitched, the sitcom, depicting the main character, Samantha, a witch who married a mortal, another American classic I never watched. Let's just say this was before my time. We're now going into the more historic part of town. Here they have the town hall, Salem is of course famous for the witch trials of 1692, by which more than 200 people were accused of witchcraft. 14 women and 5 men were eventually executed by hanging. This is the Charter Street Cemetery from 1637. No witches were laid to rest here, but the judges were. They're all here.
Maybe we should come tomorrow before 4.
Here across the street, we have an authentic 16-bedroom Chinese home from the Qing Dynasty, brought here in the 1990s and re-erected over the course of 7 years. It is part of the Peabody Essex Museum. Here we have the Salem Witch Trial Memorial. I see people still leave flowers for the 19 dead. Maybe we'll come back tomorrow when the cemetery is open.
Paprika here, like canopies.
Here we have the Wax Museum, the Witch Village, probably one of the most touristy streets here. But it's all closed right now, so as I said, we might come back tomorrow.
Frankenstein's Castle. Ooh.
You know what time it is? It's beer o'clock somewhere.
Well, yeah, it's a tradition. This is actually very nice, right here next to the water. Let's go inside and get a couple of beers.
Much tap room. Cheers. Today we're not having an IPA, it's an alt beer. Remembering our times in Dusseldorf 15 years ago. I really like this.
We're gonna start walking back to the campground, slowly. Oh, that's where the magic happens, or in this case, would it be witchcraft?
That was good beer. I had forgotten how much I like alt beer, so maybe I'll be alternating. You get it, between alt and IPA. We're gonna visit one more part of town, and then this is it for today.
They may be taking themselves a little too seriously.
Very cool area here. Not very lively today, but cool.
I know I say it way too often, but I kind of wish we were hungry.
Well, let's see if we can check out that lighthouse.
That would be the historic Custom House from 1815. This is the historic Derby Wharf, part of the Salem National Maritime Historical Site. There seems to be an old sailboat undergoing renovations.
They have a floating tiki bar.
We have to get on one of those one of these days.
Early 1800s.
It is so beautiful out here, so peaceful. You forget the nearby city and get lost in the moment. What a great way to end our first day here in Salem.
Friendship of Salem. I guess it is all undergoing renovations here. Yep. It's a full-size, full operational replica.
The original, built here in 1797, it went around the world 15 times. We get a glimpse of the open Atlantic, way out there.
What a beautiful harbor. It feels so peaceful out here. We're just gonna walk to the lighthouse, and I think this is the last thing we're gonna do here today. There's Uber. I mean, we're only like a mile away, but it's gonna be dark soon. Almost see the RV from here. That's the lighthouse. That's one of the RVs here, parked there by the marina and that building.
This, by the way, is the Derby Wharf Light Station. Let's go all the way to the end.
Derby Wharf Light Station, 1871.
We've made it to the end. Now, let's go back.
Well, yeah, we made it here. Now we're going back. And tomorrow we'll continue exploring Salem. Well, Uber is on its way. And just like that, we're back.
Well, good night. See you tomorrow. We're reheating some leftover chicken from yesterday, and we're going to make it a chicken omelette or scrambled eggs. However it comes out. I've got this frozen stir-fry mix. Let's move it around a little bit. A little cayenne pepper. Yes, it is starting to caramelize. Now for the eggs. This is coming out so good. Now some cheese, and we'll call it breakfast.
Well, good morning. Well, good afternoon, actually. We're here once again at Waikiki Beach, and there's a trail here. I think it goes to the fort. So let's check it out. We've been blessed with great weather this past couple of days. Ooh, it's pretty steep, and I forgot my hiking shoes. I wonder if this trail goes somewhere, huh? Or is it just like access to the beach?
Yeah, it is beautiful out here. There's our lighthouse once again, the Fort Pickering Lighthouse, also known as the Winter Island Light. And what seems to be the fort, or what's left of it.
Well, it is locked in memory of this, by the way, Fort Pickering. And let's see if there's anything on this side. Oh, there's Illy.
The fort dates back to the 17th century. By World War II, it was the Coast Guard Air Station Salem, and it served until 1976. Today, all that remains are these ruins here and the hangar for the seaplanes from the air station.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot to see. And I think the marina is just right there. There must have been a plaque here at some point. And here's more fort. Maybe Fort Pickering. 1663 to 1976. All right, let's go back into Salem. All right, let's check this out. This could either be a shortcut or a dead end. We'll soon find out. Yeah, no, I thought there might be a shortcut over that dam, but nope. We have to go around.
Oh, it certainly feels like Groundhog Day, the movie.
$1802. That's before Lewis and Clark. $1800 and still standing.
Many of these houses have plaques with the dates in which they were built, which is good. It is a very historic city.
$1772. It keeps getting older and older. On this site in 1897, nothing happened. Seriously, that's what it says. People have a sense of humor. Well, the House of the Seven Gables.
It is a restored 1668 home. We were kind of tempted, but no. On the other hand,
America's oldest candy company. You think it's open?
yeah, in typical Salem fashion, there's a little bit of a creepy Halloween-esque theme going on here, but what I really want to do is taste the chocolates.
Is this all together or separate?
Together. Very cool store. We're gonna eat it outside.
I guess that's where they mix the potions, huh?
All right, let's give it the taste test. This is white and dark chocolate. And this is a dark chocolate haystack.
Salem is certainly a unique place. We're back by the custom house. We came into the Salem Witch Village, but we've changed our mind about visiting. We're just gonna check out the quirky gift shop and continue. As I mentioned yesterday, this is really not my vibe. I don't know what the deal is with the Latin music in the background. I mean, I like it, but it certainly doesn't evoke witchcraft. The decor, on the other hand, very cool. I don't really know what this is all about, but I suspect some strong magnets are involved.
We were thinking of visiting some of these attractions, but I have kind of changed my mind. We're gonna do this instead. I don't know. It feels very... I don't know how to put it. You know, it's one of those attractions that are like... I don't want to say tourist trappy, but anyway, I changed my mind about doing it. Instead, you know, yesterday the cemetery was closed, but today it's open, so let's check it out.
Once again, walking around the Charter Street Cemetery, the oldest colonial burying ground in Salem, and one of the oldest in the country, established before 1637.
Yeah, apparently visiting the cemetery is free. They charge you $2 for the map. And yeah, this one apparently broke at some point and they had to fix it. Well, they're selling a map for $2, but here we have one for free. Okay, moved from China and re-erected here.
We saw it yesterday from afar. Let's see if we can get closer.
I can't really see much.
This right here is part of Armory Park.
Why are the trees blue? It's art. The blue trees of Salem.
Deja vu.
It's a haunted house. Over there. There it is. Oh yeah, Salem, pretty cool town. There are dozens of museums and places. Not all about the witches, but about, historic, that Nathaniel guy, all kinds of things. But today we're not in the museum mood, to be honest about it. And we're just gonna call it a day. Go back to the RV. And tomorrow, we're heading west towards Pennsylvania.
Salem is captivating. Haunting, although not in the way you would think. I want to say that Salem got us tired. It's been a long trip, and we're kind of looking forward to some downtime before the Hershey RV show, as we are recording this on September 4th, 2024. I think we're going to end our day by stopping by that Orthodox Church. It is a small yet beautiful church, built in 1908 for a congregation of immigrants from an area of Eastern Europe called Galicia, nowadays part of Western Ukraine and Poland. It was unexpected to find it here, and for it to be open to the public on a random Wednesday afternoon in September. Taking a slightly different route on the way back today.
Check it out. I have a twin. And now, very cool mirror here in the, I don't know where we are.
It's time for yet another RV cooking show. First, some salt lick dry rub. Anyway, I'm making one of my road staples, a simple comfort food dish called picadillo. It's like a chili without beans, some salt now, and black pepper. And I really have no recipe. I make it with whatever I have. This, by the way, very satisfying. The rest of that stir-fry mix. More salt, pepper. You gotta have some smoked paprika, right? Oregano. And cumin. Gotta have cumin. A little bit of cayenne pepper to give it a little bit of that Cajun kick. And today I feel like throwing in the kitchen sink, like basil. And even some turmeric. Most of it in, hopefully. Vino Seco dry cooking wine. Italian tomato puree.
I just realized I forgot to put garlic on it, but I'm sure it's still gonna be good. So, cheers.
It is time to go. We're essentially driving to the west towards Pennsylvania because as of this filming, the Hershey RV show is about to happen in a few days. Hartford, Connecticut seems to be a great city. We must visit sometime.
Welcome to New York.
Oh, thank you. Crossing the Hudson River, we are getting close to our destination. We are arriving at the Great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, but I'll tell you about it on the next video. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and see you on the road.